Do you think we need it? Okay. So, my name's Laura Welch. I studied under Conti when I did my 500 hours Yoga Alliance teacher training course. Really enjoyed it. I have to say about Conti that he's a very positive, very kind, caring teacher. It's quite obvious by his style of teaching that he's very knowledgeable in what he teaches. And he instills quite a lot of confidence in his students. I hadn't practiced yoga for about 9 months before I started, but knew I could do it, knew it was in the back of my head and that I could remember what I was doing. And he very slowly and methodically takes you through it and builds confidence in you along the way. And his varied background sort of in dance and also yoga means that he can show you creativity within yoga, which is much more interesting for me because there's only a certain amount of asanas that you can put together in a yoga class, but he's very keen on showing you variations, getting you to think for yourself rather than just reading from books. His teaching style is very much that he wants you to make the notes and you to understand it, and then he will support you and back you up with the soft copies, the electronic copies of what he gives to you. And he's got a lovely way about him as well in terms of supporting you when you make mistakes and building your confidence when you make mistakes, rather than sort of being overcritical. He looks at what you can learn from it and what you can change next time, to slowly sort of build you up so that when you leave and when you finish the course, you believe that you can walk into a yoga studio and teach anybody of any age, any ability, any fitness level. One thing that he's very keen on as part of getting you to think for yourself is how do you feel in the positions, and be aware of what's going on in your body so that when you think about contraindications, when you think about the parts of you that it benefits, that you're actually using your brain rather than just parrot feeding from a textbook. And I've spoken a bit about the physical side of yoga. He also has been brilliant in teaching our confidence with the mantras, getting us to understand them, getting us to understand the role that they play, getting us to understand sort of the theory behind them, the importance of them, and how they relate into sort of the history of yoga as well as the history of Hinduism as well. So I've had a fantastic time and I really have learned an awful lot. I've surprised myself in how far I've come in such a short space of time, and one thing Conti's been very good at is igniting the interest and igniting the thirst to learn, so that I'm already planning my next trip to India to come back and spend a month buried in an ashram somewhere to kind of increase what I've learned so far. So thank you, Conti. I will see you next year.